Hey guys, Ken here from Backpacking Light. And today I want to talk about the Vesper quilt. This is the 32 version, or I guess the 0 degree down from Thermarest. It weighs about 480 grams, the large wide version does. And down 900 with the treated down, so it's supposed to be a little bit more waterproof and so on. And I've been using it now for the last 5 months or so on various trips, and I'm giving my quick little review of it. The quilt itself is just a very simple design on it, and it's got these baffles that are not lengthwise, they are instead across the body, which is what I prefer, is it easier to shift it down and how you want it. And it has a foot box, so it's quite warm on your feet. You're not going to lose any cold on open seals, but it also means you can't open up your quilt completely like you would on some of the blanket ones where you have the zipper here and you can just open it up completely. But I find that I prefer a closed foot box, as it just gives me more warmth. And interesting features on the Vesper quilt is that these are made to cinch onto your sleeping pad. Nothing new or unique, but the solution that they chose is quite unique. And what they have is these little bands. One side there, and it goes under your pad and hooks on to the other side. Help with keeping the warmth in is they have a baffle that sticks, so you see how that hooks onto your pad. Well, between the pad and you is this little baffle, which is something I haven't seen on other quilts. Other quilts, they usually have the hooks right there at the ends. So, and that does actually make a difference in keeping the warmth. It also has, as most quilts do, where you can easily cinch it around your neck with a little button there, and then you just draw that, and then you've got it a nice tight, and that even that has baffles on it. So a very lightweight quilt. Like I said, this is the large, and it weighs about 480 grams, and it's got a comfort temperature of around 5 degrees Celsius, which is about I think that's fair. It's about what I would say it's at. I've gotten it down to about 5, and you start feeling the cold there, and anything below that you need to start, you don't want to move much while you're sleeping and so on, just because of the warmth, or the cold I mean. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and strap this on to my pad and just kind of show what it looks like. And that's it. Now it's actually got another hook in the middle, which I don't have it with me, but doesn't matter. I normally in the summer I don't use those hooks anyway. It's only when I'm actually when it starts to get a little colder, then I'll start hooking it into my pad and so on. But as it stands, I prefer to just have like the blanket aspect, and if it gets a little cold on my body, it's usually pretty nice in the summer. Now, if it gets cold, it's pretty easy to just cinch that around your neck, like I said. You got one there and one there. And as with most quilts, twisting and turning's not a big problem because it's hooked onto your pad. A colder morning like it is today, and I just take my quilts and wrap them around me. One of the lighter 32 degree quilts that you can buy on the market. And it does exactly as advertised. It keeps me warm to about 5 degrees. I mean, I have slept in this down to 0 degrees, but I wouldn't say it's very comfortable. 5 degrees, sure, I can buy that. Any case, 480 grams. I'm not sure the price. I think it was like 320, 330 euros. 9 for the 32, and then it was about 400 euros for the 7 degree bag. It's of course ethically plucked down, and it's the hydrophobic down. Yeah. So there's the Vesper quilt, 32 0 degree bag, all packed up, and you can see it's quite small when it's packed. Now, like I said, I normally don't use stuff sacks. I just put my quilt or sleeping bag at the bottom of my backpack, and I just throw everything on top of it, and that kind of compresses it about as much as I need it to be compressed. But if you're the kind of person that likes putting them into stuff sacks, you can see that it's quite small for the amount of warmth that you get. So if you're looking for a high quality, lightweight, ultralight down quilt, you're hard pressed to beat. Now, if we're talking about the mainstream producers, even the cottage manufacturers have a hard time coming down to a 500 gram large wide quilt that's rated at 0. In fact, I don't know of too many, to be honest. Now you can certainly get warmer quilts, but they're always going to be heavier. This quilt is a fantastic quilt, and I think that yeah, you'll be very satisfied with it, putting out the money for it. So that's my review of the Thermarest Vesper quilt 32 degree bag. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, Backpacking Light here, and if you want to buy the quilt, we have them at backpackinglight.se in Sweden and .dk throughout Europe.